Alright guys, this one's going to be doing a review today. This one's going to be doing a review for Game of Thrones. This one's going to be doing a discussion video for today. We're going to be talking about Game of Thrones universe. We're going to be going over some of the brand new shows that are going to be airing in the upcoming year, 2026, because we're getting very close to the new year. We're getting very close to 2026. And there was a bit of information yesterday from a CEO from HBO that I found very, very interesting. So, this year there has been no Game of Thrones at all. This year there's been nothing for Game of Thrones. All we do know is that they're wrapping up filming right now for season 3 of House of the Dragon, which is going to be coming out next year. They've made that very public, but we've got a bit more specific than that, which is why I'm doing this video. The CEO did mention and did talk about the fact that the A Night of the Seven Kingdoms spin-off series, which has been advertised for like the better of like 2 years now. I mean, they've really been going into this one. Apparently the month has been revealed. We do know the month, at least. Which it sounds like A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the Game of Thrones spin-off series, is going to be coming out in January of 2026. So just a few more months and we're back with more Game of Thrones content, which is very exciting. Now, I must admit, I have not read the books based off of this upcoming series, so I don't know what I'm going into with The Night of the Seven Kingdoms. I genuinely have no idea. So I'm very curious to know what the hell it's going to be. I'm very curious to know what it is. I've also heard gossip here and there that apparently the episodes are supposed to be 25 to 30 minutes long. They're supposed to be shorter than your normal average Game of Thrones episode. I don't know if that's true or not, but I have heard word of that as well, although again, take that with a grain of salt, of course, because we don't know 100%, but that's what I've been hearing at least. So, yeah, it's massive, man. It's absolutely insane, and I'm very excited to hear about that because Game of Thrones has not been active for a long while, it feels like. It feels like it's been a long while. So, not only are we getting A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, the spinoff series, of course, in January, but they've also confirmed that now that filming is wrapping up, they've told us that the expectation is for summer of 2026, we're going to be getting season 3 of House of the Dragon, which I'm very curious to see as well. I'm also hearing that apparently it's supposed to be rumored for June, so June is potentially what they're looking at right now. Again, it sounds like they're even kind of deciding that themselves. If it's any indication on the way season 1 aired and the way season 2 aired, yes, summer makes sense, and June makes a lot of sense. Now, obviously, the thing is, I don't know how many episodes we're getting for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, you know, so, I mean, again, it's hard to say, you know, how many weeks that'll be, and then we'll probably wait a few months, and then House of the Dragon, I would assume season 3. Now, again, House of the Dragon, I'm not reading the books because I want to go in surprised. I know a lot of people do read the books, but I do not, so I have no idea what we're going into. All I've heard about House of the Dragon season 3 is that apparently there's supposed to be a massive fight, supposed to be a massive battle going down, which, based off the way season 2 ended, I would assume that is true. And it's supposed to be big. I mean, it's supposed to be a massive clash, you know what I mean? Which I'm curious to see how they kind of execute that as well. I know House of the Dragon, the plan is for that show, I think, is 4 seasons. Again, though, I'm not 100% sure. I've just heard that word, you know, here and there. I've heard that's the plan, is 4 seasons, so we're halfway through its run right now. That would make sense. But again, you know, I'm not 100% sure. Not to mention, you never really want spinoffs to go on as long as the original show. So 4 seasons kind of makes sense for me for House of the Dragon. You know, you get 2 more seasons, probably the final season in 2028, which would make sense, you know. And then A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, I have no idea what they're doing. I don't know if this is a limited series, if it'll just be 1 season, you know what I mean, or if this will be multiple seasons that will have shorter length episodes. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's also stuff I've heard about A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which again, that's releasing in January, Night of the Seven Kingdoms, if anybody is interested. I know there's been teasers about it. I know there's been information about it here and there. They've kind of sporadically said things, but it hasn't really been official. We still don't have an actual trailer for A Night of the Seven Kingdoms, which I'm assuming we'll probably get one in the near future. You know what I mean? If it is in January, I would assume October, November-ish, we'll probably get a full trailer. And, you know, we'll get more information on, you know, what we can kind of expect for that series. Because, again, I have no idea. I have no idea what it's going to be. I'm curious to find out. I'm very curious to find out because apparently this is a big thing in the books, A Night of the Seven Kingdoms. So I'm looking forward to finding out. Also, House of the Dragon, again, no idea on the books. All I know is that it's going to be big. All I know is that season 3 is supposed to be big. I've also heard some people saying that they're, kind of worried about the execution, which, again, I mean, I'm curious on that as well. In terms of kind of where I'm at with it, I'm very into House of the Dragon, so I'm very curious to see where that goes. Knight of Seven Kingdoms, admittedly, I don't know anything about it aside from just it's a new series. It's based off a massive story from it, and I'm definitely intrigued by it because, again, Game of Thrones doing a spinoff, it's got to be something big. You know what I mean? It's got to be big. I mean, I still think, again, this is coming from somebody that doesn't read the books. I still think that House of the Dragon is going to end with Jaime Lannister, becoming the Kingslayer. That's what I think House of the Dragon is going to end like. But again, I don't know 100% what they're going to do with that. Maybe they won't do that at all. I don't know. But, again, we'll have to see. That's a big theory I've had, though. That's like an out there one that I know a lot of people will probably say, really, Dan? You think we're going to see Jaime at the end of this? I actually do. Whether it's a recast or they try to de-age the actor, I think we're going to see him at the end of House of the Dragon. But again, that's just my theory, of course, on the whole situation. I think that would be cool, And then to kind of link up to, Game of Thrones, the main series, I think that'd be pretty fire, honestly. That would make the spinoff feel really big at that point, And then for a Knight of Seven Kingdoms, again, I'm not 100% sure. And, finally, I've heard rumors about a movie that they could be doing. So they're ever expanding their franchise to an insane degree, and I'm very curious to see all this material. I'm very curious to see what they have for everything here. But yeah, let me know your thoughts, y'all. Let me know how you guys are feeling about the Game of Thrones universe. Are you excited for next year with 2 shows active, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms and House of the Dragon Season 3? Do you think Season 3 of House of the Dragon will be good? Also, do you think A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms is good? Are you going to be watching it? That's another big question I have for y'all. And are you going to be checking out more of the Game of Thrones universe, or did Season 8 kind of ruin it for you and you're not, really tuning in? I respect that as well. I'm still checking them out, but obviously, I know some people don't like the ending of Season 8, and they kind of let that, blind them. Or not necessarily blind them, but, more so, just take them out of it. You know what I mean? I'm not at that point. I'm still very interested. I'm curious to see where everything's going to kind of go, so I'm in for it, but of course, let me know your thoughts down below. Let me know your opinions, and let me know kind of where you sit on all this stuff and all this material coming up for Game of Thrones next year. We'll be covering it all. I'm planning to, so obviously, let me know if you're in for the ride, because I sure as hell am, so obviously, let me know where you guys are at with all that stuff. But anyway, post comments. If you're new to the channel and you enjoy videos like this, make sure to click subscribe button. You don't miss any of the videos. Make sure to follow me on Dan's Reviews Official on Instagram, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more videos very soon. Enjoy the rest of the day, guys, and peace out.
Born in the dark alleys, city of concrete. Dan's reviews blowing up, never taste defeat. Walking Dead dissected every plot twist beat. World gone mad, TV junkies hit a treat. Typing up scripts, marathon through the night. His opinions hit harder than a street fight scene. Every episode, brain sharper than a knife. He's the beacon of critique, shedding TV light.